Good afternoon, my name is Tammy Allen and I work with the Global Campus Student Services on the Global Campus. I'm here to introduce you some of the different systems that we use at eTroy or as Troy that our Student Services staff that they will assist you with. Let's start with the financial aid. If you plan on using the financial aid, you will want to start at the financial aid office website. At the bottom of the page, you will see links for 2014-2015 and for 2015-2016. The term you're going to be starting in is 15T1, and it falls under the 2015-16 academic year. So terms 1 and 2 are within the traditional fall term, and terms 3 and 4 are within the traditional spring semester. Every academic year you will need to complete the FAFSA and the financial aid certification form and the financial aid counseling. There's a link that you can get to, and we'll also, just so I can go and say this, I don't have to say it anymore, we will send y'all this slide show, we'll email it to y'all. So you can have that, so it'll be easily for y'all just to click on it and click on the link. And so y'all have all that. But if you haven't already done your FAFSA and you plan on doing it, please go ahead and get it done, 2015, 2016, and that is actually the 2014 tax year. If you have any questions about financial aid, make sure you call the 1-800-414-5756. They will be able to help you with any financial aid questions, and if something they can't answer, they will get a financial aid counselor, will contact you back. Student planning, this is really new, and we haven't got to use it that much. But many of you are already familiar with the Trojan Web Express, but beginning this term we're moving to the student planning. You can get the student planning by logging into Trojan Web Express and clicking on the View Account and Make Payments. And I believe you can see it right here where it says Student Planning. And then of course it has the other little tabs. On this you can choose between the student finance or student planning. Student planning is used to determine degree progress and plan, and will help you schedule future terms and semesters. It displays and monitors degree information like required degree coursework, credits, GPA, and minimum grade requirements. This is an example of the home screen for the student planning. If you're enrolled in class courses, they will show up on the calendar when the courses are scheduled. If you are registered for an online course, it will be listed at the bottom of the calendar. And these have no specific meeting times, of course, because they're online. And you can also see that there are links to go to My Progress, the planning schedule, course catalog, and test summary. And like I said, this is all fairly new to us. The My Progress tab shows your degree program, GPAs, your catalog year, and the color-coded progress bars. The at-a-glance area will not be correct if you have completed coursework with Troy prior to beginning your doctoral program. In this example, as you can see, the student has a 3.857 GPA and 21 out of 60 credits completed, because this student also completed a previous master's program with Troy. So that actually will not be, going towards your current program, so that's why that one is off. And this program, I think, works best when you're a new student and you've not taken any courses anywhere else. The requirements section shows you what courses are required for your academic program. It uses a color-coded system to denote color status, meaning like the green is completed or in progress, the yellow is planned or fully planned, and the red is not started and blue is fulfilled. The search feature also allows you to search for courses with each section by directing you to use the course catalog. And here's the course catalog. And you can begin by selecting the discipline or entering the department in the search box. To search for a course, you must type in the name of the department, not like the suffix. Like meaning if you're looking for an SFM course, you have to put in sport. It's kind of like different than when you use a Trojan Web Express. You can also filter the courses currently being offered by specifying location in the term. In this example, the academic level of doctorate was selected. If you're looking for a 5,000 or a 6,000 level course, you will need to remove the doctorate level, because since that's only a kind of a master's level course, it's not going to pull up. We already know that SFM 8803 will be offered in 15T2. So if you want to go ahead and plan that course, you would click on the Add a Course Plan next to the course name. We would then be able to select Term 2 2015 to add the course. If you went back to the My Progress, you would now see that you're listed as planned. And this is a timeline screen on the student planning. The timeline view allows you to see what courses are completed, registered, or planned by terms or semesters. You and your advisor have the ability to arrange or delete these planned courses at your discretion. The top picture is an example of a student's timeline. You can see the student has planned to take one course a term. The student was able to plan these courses based on the long-term schedule found at that link, and you can see the bottom of the link has the long-term schedule, and it goes all the way from term 1 to term 5 of each year. And it only, like right now, all we have up is for 2015, term 1, 2015 till term 5 of 2016. The schedule view allows you to see a calendar view of the courses you are planning to take and or register for in a particular term or semester. It also gives you the option to add or drop courses if you're still within the dates to add or drop. The planned courses will be in yellow and registered courses are in green. In this example, the student is registered for 2 courses. Since they are online courses, they are listed at the bottom. And I mentioned that previously. They're right here. If you were in a semester course, they're going to be up here in this area. On each registered course, there is a drop button that can be checked if you want to drop a course. If the courses are planned, you would see an option to register for the courses. You'd see that option to drop it. All right, that was a rough part of the student planning, a rough run through. Like I said, it's fairly new to us. We're going to start, according to what we've been told, is to maybe try to get all students by term 3 using this instead of Trojan Web Express. So, you know, I think Leilani's played with it a little bit. Maybe in your spare time you can go and play with it and work around. And of course, if you have issues, you can contact us. Maybe we've got it all well enough that we've learned it enough, and if not, we do have somebody that is really good with it that she could help out answer any questions with that. We're going to move on to the academic calendar. The calendar has any dates, any specific deadlines that you're going to need. I would check the calendar often, just because the deadlines, you know, may change. Normally for the term by term they don't change, but if you want to add or drop, is normally on this calendar, and it's usually the second week of the term after it starts. So for example, like in 15T1, the last day to add and drop is August the 17th. There are other deadlines you may also need to know of, including financial aid to purchase books, tuition assistance, form submission, and tuition payment. And some of the deadlines are very early. For example, the comprehensive exam. If you sign up to take a comprehensive exam or the intent to graduate, they're usually done the term before you plan on doing that. Let's say if you want to take the comprehensive exam of 15T2, then you would have to register for that by September the 18th. And same for with the intent to graduate. If you want to graduate at the end of term 2, you'd want to file by August the 28th. So when y'all get to that point, just kind of make a note. It's usually the term before that you need to file your intent. Ordering books, and this is a new process as well. We used to order from I think it was MBS, but now we're actually going to Barnes & Noble, starting term 1. So once you register for your courses, there are 4 ways you can purchase your books. Number one is go to the Barnes & Noble bookstore here on any of the Alabama campuses. And I don't know if y'all had a chance to go yet, but you may, I don't know if y'all plan on going. Click on the link to the Trojan Web Express. You can also order books that way. And you can also go into the Blackboard and go into the Blackboard store. Or you can go directly to shoptroytrojans.com and order your books. The Trojan Web Express and Blackboard, if you were to go in there to order your books, they're automatically going to pull up what books that you need to order, since it correlates with what classes you're already registered for. But But if you go to the bookstore or go to shoptroytrojans.com, you'll need to know your course information to search for the correct books. Your Trojan email. The Trojan email is an official means of communication with the students. Your username is the same as your student planning login, and that's also the same as your Trojan Web Express and your Blackboard. They all have the same username. But your initial password is your date of birth. And usually your Trojan email, of course, is not active until usually about 24 hours after you register for a course. Keep in mind that because of privacy laws, any official request must come from your Troy email account, and Troy staff will send emails containing private information only to your Troy email account. That would include any information about grades, finances, or anything that we think that is, of course, we don't want anybody else to see. Emails sent via Blackboard will also go to your Troy email account. Ideally, you should check your email once a day. And that is any time that we email you, more than likely we're going to email to your Troy email account. That's usually what we go by. There's only special occasions that we email when it's not your Troy email account. It's usually new students that don't have it set up yet, or if you emailed us from a different account, we just reply back. But if we send you anything officially, we're going to send it to that Troy email account. The Blackboard. Each one will be going over the Blackboard, I think, in more detail later after the break. But we wanted to quickly mention that your username is the same as your student planning in your Trojan Web Express and your email, and that your initial password will be the last 4 digits of your social. We also want to point out that there's a tab at the top of the Blackboard for student resources, and we took a little screenshot of it. There's a link. This is a link for our form page. If you or your faculty advisor discussed about transferring any credit, you will need to complete the petition of transfer credit, for graduate credit, or it's called /program change form. This form is needed regardless of if you took any classes with Troy or any other institution. And no credit will be transferred to Troy University until after you have been your unconditional and you have completed 9 credit hours with Troy. As far as registration goes, if you're trying to register for a 5,000 or 6,000 level course, you probably will not be able to do that on your own, being that you are listed as a doctoral student and that is a master's level course. You will more than likely have to fill out the registration form, and what that does is it's just an online form that you submit, and you can find it on the forms page. You complete it out, it is sent electronically. It's either sent to Justin or Stephen, and they will actually go in and manually register you, and once they register you, they will send you a confirmation email to let you know that you are enrolled in that course. There's also some of the other forms that are on there that you can find, including like the VA certification form. Any other thing, I don't know too many more that y'all need, the comprehensive exam and the intent to graduate form. There's also another way to get help is by going to our support center. You will also find like downloads and knowledge base, and you can submit a help desk ticket. A lot of times when you submit a help desk ticket, there is another thing that pops up and it has like a bunch of questions, and sometimes that question may be what you're looking for, and they actually have the answer in there. So you may actually not have to go through with submitting that ticket if you find your answer within there. So sometimes it's good, that you can use that, but then sometimes you may not have to. The student guide. This is a step-by-step instructions for all the systems that we've covered today. That they can be also found in the student guide. It's updated periodically, so I would recommend bookmarking it rather than downloading it. The guide also includes other information that we did not cover today, such as getting a student ID, disability services, and using military tuition assistance. We have also, I know on our welcome emails that we've sent out, there is a link to the student guide as well. So we do have that we've tried to send out to everybody. Anytime you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. I have put my card in the folder, and also Justin and Stephen have their business cards here, and I would like to introduce them to you. We'll start with Stephen. Stephen does, he's Stephen Lohman. He actually does the, if your last name starts anything between an A through a K, Stephen will be your counselor. Justin Royal is, he's a counselor for anything with the last name starts with L through Z. If you have any questions, just anything that we can help you answer. So there's some things that we can help answer if it's got anything to do with the classes. So that's when you call your faculty advisor. But anything that we can help you answer, if you need help registering, if you need us to walk you through that, or if you have questions about Blackboard or Trojan Web Express, student planning, hopefully we can be more knowledgeable on that. Anytime you have a question, just please call them, shoot them an email. They will be more than happy to help you.